What's going on, everybody? Super Saiyan Paul here, back at it again with another Dragon Ball Super news, information, updates, announcement video. Guys, we've already made a video on this before, but now we've come into more detail on the upcoming arc that's going to be returning with Dragon Ball Super. As of today, we got some spoilers from the new manga chapter 43, and it entails the new prisoner that they have, and he's probably going to be the strongest foe yet, because what they showed us here today shows us that this guy has some history in the Dragon Ball realm. Before we jump into this video, guys, make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe, as well as turn on notifications. This way you guys can stay up to date with all the latest news, information, and announcements. And also, guys, comment down below with your favorite Dragon Ball Super villain thus far. Anyway, this new enemy, his name is Moro, M-O-R-O. You can pronounce it in various ways, and like back in the day, I used to pronounce Jiren the wrong way. Besides the fact here, what we know is that Moro is someone that's been around for millions of years, and they added some really good Dragon Ball lore to what happened in the very beginning of time, basically, that we know about. The Grand Supreme Kai. The Supreme Kai that Majin Buu absorbed, that made him weaker, that made him into Fat Buu. This guy was super powerful, and what happened was he was so powerful that this fight is what caused him to be so weak that Majin Buu was actually able to absorb him. And still, even then, he was still pretty tough at the time, but what we know is that there was a grand battle between Moro and him, the Grand Supreme Kai. And it got to the point where he had one final attack. It looked as though, if you guys have ever seen Yu Yu Hakusho, he launched a spirit gun and it sealed him away into like a similar ball type of thing that they had Majin Buu in. So millions of years ago, this guy Moro shows up. He's wrecking shit, and all of a sudden the Grand Supreme Kai has to fight him, and it's just one final last-ditch attack that it got down to, and it weakened him in the process, but it got the job done. Moro, his moveset and abilities, him being around for so long before he became a prisoner, is that he's able to consume energy. He's literally able to eat energy and absorb it from all living beings. It's literally a character that has the moveset of the Spirit Bomb. Like, he can absorb things from people, planets, anything that's alive, and not only drain them until they're dead, but also eat that energy. So imagine if Goku charges up a Spirit Bomb without even realizing it, he throws it at this guy and he eats it. He'll become just that much more powerful. We have a power eater as a villain coming up here. And this guy, he's really menacing because with that type of ability, he can pull it from almost anything. He could probably kill planets in a very short amount of time. So this is going to be a major threat. And imagine how much power he can absorb from anybody that goes in his way. I mean, we just saw the Tournament of Power. All of these powerful beings and all of these crazy power buffs, if they let this guy loose, he doesn't even have to go straight to Goku, because we don't know if he'll be able to absorb it from him right away or if there's some kind of prerequisite. It's not in full detail here. But what we do know is that if he goes to the other universes or if he encounters other planets before them, he's going to be absorbing everything. This guy is literally a planet buster. He will destroy everything, absorb all of this energy, and come even stronger. Now imagine someone getting stronger by the planet. That's gonna be absolutely amazing to see, because how are you gonna take this on? How do you defeat an enemy like this, and who's gonna be the one to seal him away or defeat him? My predictions for this upcoming arc, I mean, we are gonna get more spoilers later on this week, if anything, but my particular predictions is that they're going to have to do some major teaming up. I have a feeling the Galactic Patrol is going to have a heavy involvement in this, because they even said in the panels that they couldn't do anything at the time back then because of how powerful this guy was. And I have a feeling if he wanted to get rid of people that would stop him, he would go for, I mean, if he already went for the Grand Supreme Kai, if he goes for the regular Supreme Kai that's there right now, he can kill Beerus in the process. Not only can he do that, he can kill the rest of them, and all of the God of Destructions are at risk here, because, I mean, technically at the time, whoever was the God of Destruction during the Grand Supreme Kai's reign, he was about to kill both of them at the same time in one swoop. Remember, the Supreme Kai and the God of Destruction's lives are connected. If one dies, the other dies. And we already have seen Moro be the one to attack the Supreme Kais. It's always been like that. We've known this since the beginning of Battle of Gods. that this vulnerability for a god of destruction has been there. Like, hey, if the Supreme Kai gets attacked, that's the biggest chink in the armor of these gods of destructions, especially back then. If someone had killed the Supreme Kai, Beerus would have died, and even though Beerus was crazy strong at the time, he still would have been defeated. At this point in time, after the Tournament of Power, everybody's gotten so strong that it's kind of blurred the lines of how strong the God of Destruction are, and this could be a potential moment for some of them to take exit. Some of them might get replaced. You never know if Moro might actually be able to kill some. We've seen the Supreme Kai die before when it came to Zamasu in the future, so it's not to say that they haven't killed the God of Destructions before, which I thought was an amazing part of that arc, but it may happen again, and the Beerus that we know and love may die. So it's up in the air for now until they clarify on these details, but the amount of potential here is almost limitless. And I have a feeling if this guy is going to be as strong as they're making him out to be, this is literally the Spirit Bomb in a character, them doing this is going to have to cause some alliances. We've already seen everyone become friends literally at the end, spoiler alert, of Dragon Ball Super movie Broly and the Tournament of Power. Everyone's become friends, everyone's buddy-buddy, including Broly. So for them to bring people together and have a tag team or even a battle against this one guy all in one grand battle would be freaking amazing. And I hope this is what they decide to bring to the table, because Moro has a lot of potential here, and the Galactic Patrol, they didn't do anything last time, and they might have to bring a lot more things into the equation here, or maybe some people onto the force to take this guy down, if not Goku and Vegeta not being enough. So tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Yes, like I said, we're going to be having some more news, information, and updates on this coming in the coming days or so. So it's going to be updatable, but at the same time, I want to see what you guys think. What do you guys think is going to happen in the upcoming arc? How strong do you see this villain being? Do you see him being stronger than Broly or even Jiren or maybe some of the gods of destructions? And do you see him being defeated by just Goku alone, or is someone else going to take its place? We've seen Gogeta be canonized in the story now. Will this have a part to play in the actual fight here, or will that be completely useless because this guy can drain energy? Remember, we don't know if he can drain the energies of Saiyans and stuff like that directly, or if it's only from weaker beings. It's not exactly clarified here, but what we do know is that everyone at this point in time is at risk. So this guy could be crazy strong. You never know if he runs into Goku and Vegeta and just starts draining energy right away, consumes it, becomes even more powerful, and then all of a sudden it just got that much more worse. I don't know how the Grand Supreme Kai was able to fend that off, but he did use everything in his body and ability to seal this guy away. So if this old Supreme Kai was that strong and he weakened him down to the point where Kid Buu is at, and it's a drastic difference, imagine how powerful this guy is. He's in the God of Destruction range. So think about that for a second. In the OG days, Super Saiyan 3 versus Majin Buu, that's what we were seeing, but this guy was way, way stronger. So that's God tier if you think about it, if you buff it and scale it up, like according to that. Remember, we don't go by power levels. After the Tournament of Power, power levels went out the window, but if you scale it compared to what they're trying to hint at here and the context of how powerful he really is, it's really, really cool to see that. And I think they did that on purpose, specifically bringing a character back from the Majin Buu arc and showing us how far ago and how powerful they can really be at this point in time. That's literally telling you the Super Saiyan 3 range of where Fat Buu was up until how much more powerful he is right now, where the gods are at, is what they're dealing with here. And this is going to be amazing to see. Hopefully they keep the animation style that they had in the Broly movie, and they actually really build upon this for the series and make it that much more better for the animation, because when they reboot the series, whether it's called Dragon Ball Super 2 or a new Dragon Ball series, or if they're going to continue this with Dragon Ball Super episode 132, at least cause a new animation style that's going to be a lot more fluid and avoid a lot of the backlash that happened with the beginning of Dragon Ball Super. Anyway guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, smash that like button if you guys are hyped for Moro. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and I will be seeing you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll be seeing you guys then. Take care. Peace.